Have you ever had a teacher tell you that you needed to explain yourself a bit better? Well, in essay writing, we often have to ask this question: how can clarifying strategies be used to strengthen an argument? In this lesson, you will learn how to strengthen your argument by clarifying in areas that need more development. Let's review some very simple clarifying questions. Who, what, when, how, and why can all be used. If you want to have fun with it, you can try and say them really fast over and over again. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. And keep getting faster. It's a good way, actually, to remember different types of questions you can ask for clarifying. A common mistake, though, that writers make is that they say something, but they never actually explain what they're trying to say. So usually you want to see a statement and explanation together. Without the explanation, the reader will just be left asking questions. This results in a weak argument. Let's look at the steps we use in order to clarify within essay writing. First, we want to reread each body paragraph asking, do I fully explain all my points? Then, we can research for more evidence to better clarify, and then finally, we can revise to include the new evidence within your essay. So let's take a look at this paragraph. And I have to ask this question: do I fully explain all my points? I want you to take notice to this sentence right here, where I say, as a result, many students would bring a packed lunch instead of eating the cafeteria food. The highlighted section creates a question for me. Why don't they pack? I say that they would bring a packed lunch, so why don't they? So I want to go and do some more research. So I did a search online and I figured out this. So there's my statement, and I came up with some evidence to support. For example, I found that the Little Village School in Chicago banned packed lunches, and that came from the Huffington Post. Then I came up with some students are embarrassed. I just did a survey of my classmates, and finally, over 31 million students qualify for free and reduced lunch. That comes from the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. I think I want to use this piece of information and maybe this piece of information in tandem here to better explain why students actually don't pack. So let's see here. I added, this is something that many students cannot afford to do, or as in the case of some schools, are not allowed to do. So many students qualify for free and reduced lunch. I was able to figure out that means that they cannot afford to pack their own lunch, and then I used the example of the Little Village School, and I paraphrased that and said, well, some schools don't allow students to pack. You also notice here I used at first I need to ask, does this information help to clarify the point? And in this case, I do believe it does, because now I don't have a doubt as to why they don't pack. But I also wanted to use a transition word here. However, this is something that, right there, I built on the point from before using a transition word. Let's review the steps that helped us get to this point. First, we reread each body paragraph asking, is this enough evidence? Do I fully explain all my points? Then, research for more evidence to better clarify. And then finally, we had to revise to include the new evidence within your essay. In this lesson, you learned how to strengthen your argument by clarifying in areas that need more development.